What's going on, guys? Nice guy driver. Sitting here chilling downtown New Britain, Connecticut. One of my subscribers made a comment. They not far from me, and they said their market's a little slow as well. In the past, I want to say July is usually not this slow. I think it's just people really running out of money. I'll be totally honest. I think people are running out of money. Things are getting, a little tight. The crunch is getting tight with the economy. And it's unfortunate, but we're all feeling it. We're all feeling it. It's just, we have to figure a way to either start new apps, new gigs, or come up with creative ways outside of rideshare to make some money. I'm seeing it with all the people I follow on YouTube. They're starting to dabble with affiliate marketing, because they have to get creative. You can't wait on AdSense, and you can't wait for Uber and Lyft to pay drivers fairly. It's just not going to happen. We got to face that reality, do what we have to do to adapt. That's my new word for the day, adapt. So we're going to take a quick little ride. Mind you, I'm closing my gap on where I do drive. I used to just stick to right around my house, but I find myself expanding a little bit. It's not as far as you think. I'm mainly like Hartford, Farmington, Newington, Bristol, what am I leaving out? Plainville, New Britain, of course. I try to stay out of New Haven, and really I only really deal with Hartford on the weekends. Hartford is just too much to deal with Monday through Friday. Even if I physically actually lived in Hartford, I don't think I could put up with the nonstop traffic Hartford has after 3 p.m. I don't think I could. The gridlock traffic, it's just too much for me personally. But if you are a driver in Hartford that actually lives in Hartford, you know Hartford like the back of your hand. I think one of my subscribers mentioned this. He was in Hartford. You could literally get up early in the morning, as early as I do, 4 or 5. Take your time too. Get your coffee, watch some TV, and then head out maybe 5, 6, even 7. That first 3 hours, easily make, $50 to $100 just in Hartford. No lie. Just in Hartford alone, by itself, you could easily pull off $50 to $100 in that morning, and then go home, chill out a little bit, and then turn around and do it again, 3 hours in the afternoon, and then you're done for the day. If you're like me, you're only trying to make anywhere from, me, it's only like 120 to about $150. But I mean, if you actually like being in Hartford and stay in Hartford, you could probably make more than that. I would say you could probably pull off $150 to $200 in about 6 hours if you know your area. I don't even know Hartford, and I'm going on experience. Like, one day I actually spent most of my day, not all day, but I spent most of my day in Hartford, and I made the money quicker, but I was miserable because of the gridlock traffic. Same thing with New Haven. If you actually like driving in New Haven, you won't have a hard time trying to make some money. Guess I was driving too slow for him. You could make some really good money just in New Haven alone, or the general area around it. Maybe Branford, all those areas around it. Maybe West Haven even. And you could make your money, but because I'm only making this a part-time gig, I'm not trying to be stuck in traffic. I'm not trying to make one of these things that I like to drive rideshare and have some enjoyment. And my only enjoyment is to get around freely and not be in gridlock traffic all day. That's how I enjoy myself. But some of you people, their areas in and out, go make your money. Stamford, Connecticut, another example. You could be in Stamford all day and make your money. I would say in probably 5 hours, if you get up early, in probably 5 hours, you could knock out an easy $100 to $150 in like 5 hours in Stamford, maybe even Norwalk. It's doable. Bridgeport, again, a lot of traffic. I think it'd be harder to make that type of money in Bridgeport only because there's so many of us. There's so many drivers in Bridgeport, it's going to be a little harder. New Haven doesn't even have enough drivers, in my opinion. So if you get up and you live in New Haven, I don't believe there's any, situation where there's too many drivers in that area. But I will say there's too many probably in Bridgeport. Danbury, another example, especially if you don't mind going back and forth. Like you live in Danbury, but you don't mind, maybe swinging as far as like Norwalk. You're gonna make some money. There's still a lot of money to be made in Connecticut. It's just gonna require you driving a lot more because they are killing the driver pay. And any driver that says different is a straight up liar. Straight up liar. They are significantly weaving down the driver pay, and it's a crawl. It's a crawl to the bottom. I believe they're nickel and diming us. There's $1 here, $5 there, $2 there. And then they turn around and give one driver a huge bonus. Where do you think they're getting the money from? Other drivers. They're getting the money from other drivers. So when you see those huge bonuses, my neighbor did it. My neighbor didn't drive. He's been renting out his garage. So he's been feeling a little rich lately. So he hasn't been driving Lyft. And that used to be his go-to app. So he wakes up one morning. Lyft gave him a huge bonus. I think like something like $100. They only had to do like 5 rides, which never happened to me. He only got that because he wasn't driving 2-3 weeks. And I'm telling him, he called me up all excited. Oh my God, you see this bonus I got? You got the same thing. I was like, no, man, it's per driver. There's a lot of factors. It depends. This is an experienced driver. This is somebody who's been driving longer than me. I've been driving 5 years. This driver's been driving 7. You would think he would know the game. But you know why he doesn't know the game? He doesn't watch YouTube. He refuses to watch rideshare content, or YouTube for that matter. He says he's only occasionally on there, and it may be to like fix something on the car, but he's not on there watching rideshare channels. That's why he doesn't know. You can learn experience by watching rideshare channels without being a rideshare driver. This is why I do this. You need to learn this stuff. Here I am talking to a veteran driver that's been driving 2 years longer than me, and he got excited because he got a bonus and he didn't know why. And then he calls me back later that afternoon. He's like, oh yeah, I figured it out. It's because I haven't been driving in a while. Okay. If he would have been watching Show Me the Money Club on the rideshare guy, they talk about it all the time. About how they're going to give you these bonuses when you haven't been on a platform in a while. I want to have that problem. I want to have my private limousine, taxi business, whatever you want to call it, set up so that I don't even have to get on these platforms, but maybe the weekend. You know what I'm saying? And then go back in and get, occasionally a huge bonus because I haven't been on a platform in a while. That's what I'm trying to do, because I don't want to scare any new drivers, but they're hiring new drivers every day. As the economy gets worse, new drivers are jumping on to Uber and Lyft. Why? For the same reason I've been saying in almost every video. It's the flexibility. The reason why they won't get a regular job is they need the flexibility. There's single moms driving. There's teachers driving during the summer. There's professors driving. There's people in between jobs driving, and they got to be near their kids or go back to the house. There's people taking care of the elderly, and they drive in between. There's people that can't get the flexibility with a regular job. This is why they drive. So for all you people that, why don't you go get a regular job? Number one, they like driving. Most of us like driving. We don't have a problem driving. We have an issue with, the pay. The pay sucks so bad, it's starting to make some of us hate driving. Now, me personally, I like interacting with people, getting to know people, but I'm not going to sit here and cherry pick the next 5 years of my life just to make ends meet. I've got things in motion. I'm doing stuff online. I'm creating other channels. I'm doing affiliate marketing. Uber and Lyft is not a retirement plan. You guys got to start thinking about your backup plan. What am I going to do next? Even when you have those weeks, especially you drivers that are bragging, oh man, I'm making like $2,000 a month, driving 60 to 80 hours a week. How long are you going to sustain that? A lot of you in your 40s and 50s, even 60 years old, driving 60 hours a day. A week. 60 hours a week. How many more years you want to do that? You got to start thinking about the future. And when you're ready and you're open to follow my plan, the links are below the video. I'm here for you. I'm here to give you other options. There are other options, guys, to make some extra few dollars outside of Uber and Lyft. Yeah, I come out here and complain about Uber and Lyft, because the pay sucks. But the truth of the matter is, I like driving part-time at least. I just know I have to do other things because the pay sucks. Thank you guys for listening to me in my rant. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon and continue to support. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.